I'm the only one here.
Cool. Is it Boxing Day that carried everybody away?
I think so. I don't know. You know the whole Christmas thing now, so people
You know,
are
I was saying
busy.
it last week that
Yeah.
hope you guys will be available this week.
Mm. So it's
Maybe I
everybody.
know festive period. Festivities always take distract
Yes.
people.
Yeah.
So that was why I was asking. But since nobody said anything, I was like, okay, they will hold the class, no problem. Now where is everybody now? I can't find them. Okay, Esther is here. Esther, good evening. Esther, can you hear me?
Yes, good evening.
Good evening. Okay, so others will join us along the way. Let the two of us just, let the three of us just start something. Okay, so let me share my screen. I just like to confirm if you can see my screen.
Let me see. Yeah, I can see your screen.
Yes, I can see it now.
Okay. Dick, I hope that stuff that happened the last time is not happening.
No, the music is not playing.
Okay, thank goodness. Okay, so let me try and move to the documents we'll be using today. So last class we discussed about numbers. So DK, Esther, can you give me a brief um how should I say it? Can you help us recall some of the things that we discussed in class? Like something that you remember that you can recall from the last class.
The video you sent to the group?
Sorry?
Is it the video you sent to the group?
Were you not in class? The numbers group. Not the video I sent to the class. Were you
Okay,
not in
because
class when we were teaching numbers together?
I was.
Okay, that's what I was asking that. Is there anything you can remember from that class that you like to share with us?
Mm, what can I say? Well, I
How about
remember.
Esther? Esther, were you around during the class? Esther? Esther, oh.
So,
Why is my screen not showing again? Hello, Yusuf. Hello, Toyin. Nobody's saying anything now. I'm not hearing anybody.
Good evening. Good evening, ma.
Hello, Toyin. Good evening. Yusuf, good evening. So I was asking that is there anybody that can recall what we did in our last class, which was the numbers class? Nobody has been able to say anything. We talked about numbers. Ewo, Ewo, please mute your mic, oh. If you're not saying anything, please mute your mic. Um, Esther, please mute your mic. Okay. What about Toyin? Toyin, I guess you're saying something. Oh, nobody else.
Okay,
Please,
ma.
so what's going on?
Talks about definite article and indefinite article. So the
No, I'm not
definite.
talking. I'm not talking about last class. What I sent to the group. Oh. I'm not talking about the video I sent to the group. I'm talking about the class we had, the last class, which was on numbers. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Number.
So I was asking that, is there anything that you can recall from that class?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Would you like to share it with us? We want to hear from you. Yusuf.
Like one is on, two is dog. Is that what? Is that what you want me to say?
Yes. Not per se, but is there any trick or anything that we did last
Okay,
time that made that
okay.
helped you with numbers?
If you want to talk about 70, we add 40 plus 20, and
Okay.
you are talking about 80. We add the 40 with 30.
Huh?
Like,
So I didn't hear you clearly.
and I mean, we will add 40 plus 20 to get what do you call, to get 70. Abi?
No. Are you trying to talk about the 60 part? 60 is Swazon. So if we're going to say 70, 70 is 60 plus 10. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Yeah, so 70, the combination of 70 is Swazon and Dix. So we have Swazon Dix giving us 70. The same thing was applicable to, I think, 90, where I said 80 is 80. So it's always the number before that you add with 10. Okay, Yusuf?
Okay.
Yeah, it's always the number before you add with 10 to give you the next number. So because it is 70 we are trying to get, we are adding 60 plus 10 to give us 70. Because it's 90 we are trying to get, we are adding 80 plus 10 to give us 90. So that's why 90 is 90. Okay?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Yusuf. At least you made an effort. Who else? Toyi, Esther, anybody, please say something. Oh.
What's the question, ma?
Were you around during the time we did numbers?
Yes.
Okay, so what can you remember? What can you recall from that class?
Like, and the rules.
Okay, what are the rules?
Like, if the bigger number comes before the small, you add them together.
Okay.
And if the small number is coming before the bigger, you multiply.
Okay, so which exam can you give us an example of the first and the second rule?
And 17,
Okay.
the except.
Okay. So what rule is that?
And the first rule,
Okay, the first rule which says if the bigger number comes before the small number you add. Okay. What about the
yes.
second rule? Example.
And, and that's that's like and 30, abi? No,
No.
64.
Look at 80 now. Look at your 80.
Ma?
Look at your 80.
80. Okay.
What's the combination for 80?
80, that's 20 and 40.
Which one comes first?
40.
No, not 40 though.
20.
Mm-mm. 4 comes first, not 40. Okay? It's
Okay.
cat,
Okay.
not current. Okay? It's 4 that comes first, followed by what? 20.
Followed by
So first
20.
and that's an example of the second rule. So 4 times 20 gives us 80. Do you understand, Esther?
Okay, ma. Okay.
Mm. Thank
Yes,
you,
ma.
Esther. Thank you so much. It's only
Yes.
DK and Toyin that are not in my class. Thank you, Esther. Thank you, Yusuf.
Yes.
Thank
Hello?
you.
I'm here. Oh. I'm sorry,
No,
guys.
you're not here.
I'm here.
You're
The
not
last
here.
time,
I think you
last
tell
time
us some
someone was
things. You didn't
crying.
tell us.
Someone
Toyin
was
ran
crying.
away.
Hold on now. Someone was crying on my background, so I had to. Anyway,
Okay.
yeah, about the last class. Okay, I'm in class. So please go. Please
Although
pardon me,
I
Jerry.
can't hear you clearly.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you, but I can't hear you clearly.
Okay. So in our previous class about the numbers, I still remember the rules whereby when the when if the bigger number comes before the small number, you add, and if the
Okay.
small number comes before the bigger number, you multiply.
Okay.
And yes, and also, okay, let me try to give example of the rules. Like 17, where the
Mm-hmm.
bigger number comes before the smaller number, so you add, that's the set 17.
Give me another example of that rule one. Give me another example. There are lots of examples for rule one.
There is 19, there is 18.
Yes.
That's
Yes. Thank
another
you.
example. Yeah.
Thank
Uh,
you. It shows that you are following. Yeah. Continue.
yeah. And when the smaller number comes before the big number, where you have to multiply, we have 80, which is 4 times 20, will give you 80.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you, DK. Thank you so much. Okay. So without wasting much of our time, let's go into the business of today. I sent a video during the course of the week, a recorded version of the class that we are meant to hold, when we are meant to have today. So who watched the video?
I
Which of
won't
you
lie,
watched?
that video, I've not watched that video yet, too. I won't lie.
But I did say why.
I've
What
not
about
watched.
you? You too, showing Esther. Anybody?
I didn't watch the video as well.
Okay, Esther, what about you?
I didn't finish watching it, but I watched it too.
Okay. Yusuf, what about you? So basically, it's like I'm teaching amateurs now, so I'm going to be teaching it according to the basics. So let me share my the document with you guys so you guys can see what we are doing. So we'll do definite articles today and indefinite articles. So on Saturday we'll do partitive articles, and that's all we are doing in articles. Then we'll move to the next topic next week. So please, can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, I'm trying to expand. Should I change it to white and black? Should I leave it like this or change it?
Change it.
Okay. I was looking at
Change.
it that. Okay, is this okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, ma.
This one is better.
Okay, thank God. All right, so we're looking at articles today. Okay, I want you to pay attention and follow me closely. If you have any questions, please just let me know so that I don't just move forward and keep on talking. Okay? But if you don't have any questions, please kindly mute your mic so that we don't get disrupted. All right, so in French, there are three types of articles. We have three types of articles in French, and they are listed below. We have the definite article, we have the indefinite article, and we have the partitive article. So I'll say it again. We have the definite, the indefinite article, and we have the partitive article. These are the three articles that we have in French. Now let us start with definite article. We are picking it one by one. So definite and indefinite today. Then Saturday we do indefinite articles. So let's start with definite articles. Now one thing you need to know, I want you to note it down. I hope you are with your pen and with your jotter. One thing I would like you to note is that every word in French has a gender. Every word in French has a gender. Every of the French vocabulary has a gender. So what do I mean by a gender? It means the word can either be masculine or it can be feminine. The word is either masculine or feminine. Every French word has a gender. The word can either be masculine or feminine. Now, I've told you that when you are listening, when you are in class, don't pay attention and trying to use English logic.
I'm sorry, ma. Are you talking about definite article now? You're talking about articles in general, or
I'm
full
talking about
French in general? The full French
this
in
is
general.
French in general. Okay, this is French in general.
Okay.
Yes, this is French. Every French word I said every, all of it. All the French vocabulary can either be masculine or feminine. All right. So where was I? Okay, so I was talking about masculine and feminine. So like in English language, whereby there's nothing like masculine and feminine, there's nothing like that. And I am saying that when I'm teaching you in class, you should please not use English logic to understand French, what I'm teaching you exactly, because the moment you start using English logic, you might get confused. So the way it is in French it might be slightly different from the way it is in English. So the way you are going to grasp this one is going to be different from how you grasp English language. Okay, so do not use English logic to try and understand GS 108. Instead, just accept it as it is so that you can understand it and put it to use. Just accept it and take note of the rules that I'm mentioning in class, because they are that's what will help you when you're in your exam. You'll be able to recall some of the things that I've said. All right. So I said they can either be masculine words or feminine words. Two genders, masculine or feminine. Now, I'm sure the question in your mind is, so how do I know the difference? What's the difference between masculine or feminine word? If I see a word, what's to tell me that this word is masculine? And what's to tell me that this other word is feminine? And which is a very good question. Now, the reason why we have genders, why I'm talking about gender in these articles that we're talking about, is because the gender of that word will determine the article that you will use. The gender, whether it is masculine or feminine, will determine the kind of article you will put before it. We've seen articles in English language now. Definite article in English language is the, the, the boy, the television, the fan, the radio, the speaker, the girl, the man, the woman. So definite article in English language is just one, the. But I already said it that because French has different genders, there's a slightly different approach to it. Now, because it has French words has a gender, the gender will not tell us, okay, this is the particular article you are putting before it. This is the particular definite article you are putting before the word. Okay? So in every French word has a gender. It can either be masculine or feminine. Now, I also mentioned that the gender of the word determines the article that you put before it. The gender of the word determines the article that you put before it. Okay? So now, how do I now differentiate between masculine and feminine words? Now, what they gave us was that most feminine words in French, most, emphasis on most feminine words in French ends with letter E. Most feminine words in French ends with letter E. So which means there are most feminine word ends with E, which means masculine words do not end with E. Okay? Most feminine words ends with letter E, except few exceptions. There are few exceptions whereby although the word ends with EO, but it is not a feminine word. Now, what do you do in that case? I used to tell my students, because there are lots of exceptions outside in French vocabulary, you cannot put everything in your head. Now, instead of wasting your time trying to go and learn all the exceptions, what you can do is take note of the ones that you see in your handout, because they will never ask you questions outside of your GS 108. The only question they will ask you is within the confines of your GS 108. So the exceptions that you should pay attention to, which is few, is like 90 to 10. So the exceptions you should pay attention to are those ones within your GS 108. And how can you find them? It is through the articles that we are learning today. You will see you see a masculine article before a word that is feminine that ends with E. That's to tell you that that word, although it ends with EO, it is a masculine word. Am I speaking to somebody? I'm not hearing anybody.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you guys following?
Yes.
Yes.
Now I'm telling you that, let me say it again. Now I'm telling you that there are few exceptions. Now these exceptions, they are plenty, very much. So what you can do that will help you so you don't confuse yourself is take note of the ones in your GS 108 handout. Don't go outside and go and start learning nonsense. Just take note, and there are few exceptions. It's like 90 to 10. They are not plenty. So, and I told you, how can you identify some of them if they don't point it out in your GS 108? I told you that the article before it will tell you whether it is a masculine word or a feminine word. Just as the word determines the article also determines the gender of the word. Just as the gender of the word determines the article also determines the gender of the word. So you might see a word that ends with E and they are putting a masculine article before it. It is telling you that that particular word is masculine, even though it ends with E. So that moment you take it and write it down. Okay, this is an example of the few exceptions that my teacher was talking about. Like, for example, now you might come across a word like, let me write this out for you. For example, you might come across a word like this: L-I-V-R-E, livre, leave. This word obviously ends with E. Now, you will not see in your handout, they write it as lo livre. Now, this lo is for masculine. Okay, L-E is for masculine words. So, and you're not looking at your leave that ends with E. You don't need to be confused. You already know that, oh, because the article there is masculine, even though this word ends with E, it is a masculine word. The article here, this LE here, is telling you that, okay, this LE is masculine. Okay, it means that that word leave, although it ends with E, it is a masculine word. So these are the exception. In fact, this is an important exception that I listed for you. Leave. you see some of them again in your handout as you do your own personal studies, because there's no way we can start picking them out one by one. It's not possible. So you're the one that once you are doing your personal study, you can just take note of some of them. And I've told you how to identify them. You identify them by the article. That's why I'm teaching you article now. Because I want you to be able to identify these exceptions. So this leave means textbook. It means textbook. So please do not forget this. Let me start it again. Every French word has a gender. The word can either be masculine or feminine. Now, how do you differentiate between masculine and feminine words? Most feminine words ends with letter E. Most feminine words ends with letter E, while masculine do not end with E. But there are few exceptions of words that ends with E but is not a feminine word. Now, how do I now determine the end? How do I now find out the exceptions? How do I find them out? And I said, I gave you 2 rules. I said the first rule is that the gender of the word determines the article before it. The gender of the word determines the article before it. Vice versa, the article determines the gender of a word. Now I'm going to explain it for you. By the time I explain what these articles are, you'll be able to understand better what I mean by this rule. Okay, but just take note of it. So the gender of the word determines the article. That is, the word, whether it is, if the word is masculine, you know you are putting a masculine article. If the word is feminine, you are putting a feminine article. If you come across a word that they put a masculine article before it, you know it's a masculine word. If you come across a word that they put feminine article before it, it shows that that word is a feminine word. All right. Now, in English language, I told you that in English language, definite article is the, THE, just one. The boy, the grass, the pillow, the bed, the broom, the wardrobe. Definite article in English language is the. But in French, because French has a gender, there's a different approach. Now, because French has a masculine, French words are divided into masculine or feminine, we cannot use the same article for masculine and go and use it for feminine. No, we have to differentiate both to show us that, okay, this word though is a masculine word though. That's why I'm using a masculine article. To show us that, okay, this feminine word that I'm using, it is a feminine word though, so I have to use a feminine article. All right. So it's to show you that, okay, there's a differences in this word. There's a difference in these 2 words. They are different. How are they different? The gender is different. This one is a masculine word. This one is a feminine word. Now, I said in French, definite articles are, we have 4 of them. We have le, lo, le, lo. And this le is for masculine words only. This le is for masculine words only. Okay? So this article, that is the THE that I'm using for masculine, is LE. The THE that I'm using for a masculine word is LE. Now, when you look at the second one, which is LA, la, this LA is only for feminine words. You cannot use la for masculine. You don't miss am be that. This LA la is only for feminine words. That is the THE that I'm using for feminine words is la. The THE that I'm using for feminine word is la. Okay? Normally, these are the only two articles that they are supposed to give us here. But French went on ahead to tell us that, okay, for words that are in plural form, what I mean by plural form, words that ends with S, more than one, okay? Like oranges, chairs, tables, okay? They end with S practically. Now, LES, which is le, it is for both masculine and feminine, but in plural form. That is word that ends with S. If the word, or whether it is masculine or it is feminine, no, as long as it is in plural form, that is, as long as it ends with S, you cannot go and use your LE. You cannot go and use your LA. Okay? Because it ends with S, you have to use LES. It does not matter if it is masculine. It does not matter if it is feminine. Because that word is in plural form, you use your LES. Did you guys get it to this point?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
All
But
right.
can you give example?
I'll give you example, definitely. I'll definitely give you example. So just follow closely. So LE is for my masculine words, okay? LA is for my feminine words, while LES is for whether masculine no, I mean it is feminine no, but it ends with S, is in plural form, so I'm using my LES. I'm not going to go and pick LA or LE for plural words. I will miss it. Because the word is in plural form, I have to use LES. Okay? So if you come across words in your exam, you see the word, because when it comes to articles like this, you need to take notes. When you come across questions, just look at the word after the dash. Once you enter the exam or you sit down, they bring out the question. The first thing you go and look at is the option. Oh, what do we have in the options? Oh, they're asking on definite articles. Is the option that will determine what kind of answer you will give in the question. Okay? Now, the word after the dash, the word after the dash is what you go and look at. Okay, is the word after the dash a masculine word? It's not a masculine word. Is the word after the dash a feminine word? Oh no, it's not a feminine word. Does it end with S? Oh yes, it ends with S. I cannot pick my LE or LA. I'll go and pick my LES, because that is what is designed for plural forms of words. LES. So the THE I'm using for plural words is LES. I'll give you examples. Then lastly, we have the L apostrophe. Lastly, we have the L apostrophe. And now, this L apostrophe is for words that start with a vowel. L apostrophe is for words that start with a vowel. And in French, the vowels that we have is like almost like English language. They just added one more letter to it. Now in English language, you can tell me the vowels that we have.
A, E, I, O, U.
Thank you. In English language, our vowels are A, E, I, O, U. So these are the vowels that we have in English language. Now in French is the same thing. The only difference is that they added one more letter. And what's the letter that they added? They added H. Now why did they add H? Because they believe that H is a silent word. When they add H to a word in French, it's always silent. It's not pronounced. So they always consider it a vowel. Okay, so the vowels that we have in French is A, E, I, O, U, and H. A, E, I, O, U, and H. Now, why are we having L apostrophe here? What does this L apostrophe mean? It means that, I already told that L apostrophe is for those words that start with a vowel. Now, that L apostrophe, the reason why they put apostrophe there is because they believe that two vowels in French must not clash. Now, because the word is it starts with a vowel. Let's say it starts with O. Let's say that O now is a feminine word, and I want to go and write. Where is it? Give me a minute. Okay. Let's say the word is orange. Orange. Okay. Now we can see that this word ends with E. Yeah. So most of you want to say, oh, it ends with E. It's a feminine word. Okay, it's a feminine word. But then, because this word starts with a vowel, which is O, it will be wrong for you to put LA or LE and call it and say la orange. Why is it wrong? Because two vowels in French must not clash. Look at this A and O. This A and O. This is within the confines of within the confines of articles, though. This might not be applicable to some topics, but when it comes to articles, two vowels must not clash. Okay? Now, because although although the word looks like a feminine word because it ends with E, because this word is starting with a vowel, I cannot just go and write it as la orange. I'll miss it. Okay? So what did French now do? They now decided that, okay, let us leave it as, let us not leave it like that. Let us remove the vowel immediately after the L and replace it with an apostrophe. Okay? So they remove the A and they remove the E. I'm saying this for both masculine and feminine because this example I gave is for feminine words too. But for whether it is masculine or whether it is feminine or, as long as it starts with A, E, I, O, U, and H, or H, whichever it is of those letters, you have to use your L apostrophe. If you come across words that starts with A, or it starts with E, or it starts with I, or it starts with O, it starts with U, it starts with H, any of these letters, you know that, okay, this is a vowel. I cannot use lo, I cannot use la. Even if it ends with E, you cannot use la. Okay, you have to use your L apostrophe, except if the word is now in plural form. Like, for example, if I'm having here oranges, okay, now I cannot go and use my LES because it's S that is coming before the O. You can see that now, so that there's nothing like any vowel clashing. So it does, except if that word is in plural form. If the word is starting with A, E, I, O, U, but it's in plural form, it's ending with S, I'm not going to go and choose L apostrophe again. I'll just go back to my LES. Okay, les orange. But because it's in singular form, I have to use my L apostrophe before it. Did you get it to this point?
Yes, yes.
So we have 4 definite articles, but they all mean the same thing. They all mean the THE. We have 4 definite articles, but they all mean the same thing. The only difference is the gender and if it's in plural form or if it starts with a vowel. Now, the first one is LE, which is for masculine word. The second one is LA, which is for feminine word. The LES, le, which is for both masculine and feminine, but in plural form. If it ends with S, I'm using my LES. If it starts with AEIOU and it is AEIOU and H, and it is not in plural form, I'm using my L apostrophe. Those are the definite articles that we have in French, and they all mean the THE. Now let us look at this example. Example number 1. We have what we have what we call garçon. Garçon. And in English, it means boy. Okay? So it is a masculine word, obviously. So the correct definite article to use is the LE, because LE is the THE for masculine. Okay, so if I want to write the boy, I'll write le garçon. Okay, le garçon. Now, the second example that we have here, fille. Now, we can see that this fille ends with E, right? So, it means girl. It is obviously a feminine word. So, the correct definite article that I'll be using is LA, la. Because LA is the THE, is the for feminine words. So if I want to say the girl, in French, it's going to be la fille. Don't go and write lo fille. You will miss it. Okay? So for garçon, because garçon is a masculine word, we're using LE. Because fille is a feminine word, we're using LA. Okay? So if I now want to do the plural form, so if I want to say the girls and the boys, okay, we can see that they are in plural form. The girls and the boys, I will say LES. I'm going to use LES. So instead of me saying le garçon et la fille, that is the boy and the girl, I will say les garçons with the S et filles. Look at it here. Les garçons, et this ETS, it means and, AND, it means and, ET, it means AND, and, okay? Just in case you come across it. Why this P is girls, okay? The boys and the girls, because LES is the for plural words. Did you get it to this point?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. Now, lastly, we have orange. Orange in French is also orange in English, okay? So it's the same spelling, just different pronunciation. In English we say orange, in French we say orange, okay? But it's the same spelling. Now, O, we can see that the first word in orange is O, and it's telling us that O is a vowel, so I cannot use my la or LE. What I'm going to use is my L apostrophe, because orange starts with a vowel. Did you guys get it to this point? I'm only hearing DK. DK is the only person saying yes. So. Esther, Yusuf, Tony, how far?
It's clear, ma.
Okay, who else?
It's clear, ma.
Okay, now let's look at some example. I will know that you people are saying it's clear. Let us see if it is clear. Now, let us look at these examples. We have 6. How many of us are in class? I'll give you numbers, so you answer the question when it reaches your turn. Okay, we're like 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, me, I'll do 2. I'll do 1 and 2. Esther, you do number 3.
Don't do anyone. Let's try. Let's try.
You do number 5. Anthony, you do number 6. C'est clair? Comprenez-vous? Like, did you guys get that?
Yeah.
You answer me as oui. You say oui. Oui is yes. Okay? Because I say comprenez-vous, Anthony, do you understand? You say oui.
Sorry,
okay, so me, I will do number 1 and 2. Alright? You will do 3. Esther will do 3. Who else? Esther will do number 3, DK will do number 4, Yusuf will do number 5. If you run away, I'll come and catch you back. Toyin will do number 6. So do not even dare step out of this class. Thank you. Okay, so we are doing I'm doing 1 and 2 for you together. Okay, let's do it together. What is going on now? What's going on? Starting all over again. Okay. It has gone back to. Okay, we are just doing it to 6 here. Let me change it back to this font. Okay. We are just doing it to number 6. Okay, the rest you take it home as your assignment. Okay, so now the first one is sha. CHAT. Okay, and it means cat. Now I'm going to look at the word after the dash, which is sha. CHAT. Now I'm going to sit down and think about it. Is CHAT a masculine word? Is it a feminine word? Is it in plural form? Does it start with a vowel? So now we'll start crossing it out. It does not start with a vowel. Cancel. We've cancelled L apostrophe. It does not end in plural form. Cancel LES. Does it end with E? No. Okay. Which means the only option that we have is it is a masculine word. So I'm going to go and put my LE. Stephanie. So I'll have it as the cat. I'll go to my number 2 too. Oh, chiffon. Chiffon means cloth. Okay. Is cloth is chiffon a does it start with a vowel? No, it does not. Cancelled. L apostrophe is cancelled. Does it end with S? Is it in plural form? No, it does not end with S. Cancelled. Is it feminine? Does it end with an A he? No, it does not end with an E. Definitely not la. Okay. So definitely we are still having our LE because chiffon is a masculine word. So I'm using my LE here. Did you see the way I answered my own? Please. Nobody should come and start speaking Spanish. It's French I spoke, not Spanish. Oh yeah, who is the next person? Who is the first person? Who is going first? Who is the person I picked for number 3?
I think Esther, Abby.
Where is Esther? Esther, oh. Esther Ayaba. Where are you?
Esther?
See, oh, Esther ran away. Anyway, Esther, we will not answer that question. You will come and meet us in this class and you will answer it. No problem. Who is number 4?
It's me.
DK, you're number 4. Oh yeah, please, what's your answer to number 4?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. It says big.
Okay.
It says big. It's obviously did not end with E, which is feminine word. Neither did it end with S.
Okay.
So the right answer there is LE.
L what?
LE. The pen.
LE. Thank you very much. That's fantastic, DK. Well done. Okay, who is the next person? Who is doing number 5?
I was the one.
Who? Yusuf?
La, L-A.
LA, you have to tell us why.
Because it ends with E, which is feminine word, and it is not plural, and it doesn't start with vowel.
Thank you so much. Thank you. You see, you guys are brilliant. I like it when students in my classes are brilliant. Thank you for that. Yes, we are going to use LA. Look at you people that are saying you don't know anything in French. She been letting down. People have already started answering definite article. La chaise, yes, because chaise ends with E. It is obviously a feminine word. Correct. Okay, who is doing number 6 for us?
Yes, number 6.
Toyin. Okay.
So it starts from C, and C is not a vowel word, so we're going to
Okay.
remove L apostrophe.
Thank you.
Then it
Yes.
ends with E, and every feminine word ends with letter E. So we're going to use
I didn't say
LA last.
I didn't say every. I said most of them. Okay. But go ahead. You are right.
Okay.
Continue.
So we're going to use LA.
LA. Okay.
Yes.
But what happened to LES and LE? What happened to LES? If I put LES yet in this word, Toyin, will I get it?
LES. I don't get it.
Eh?
I don't get you.
Like if I write my answer like this in the exam, will I get it right?
No, I said LA. I did not say LES. I said
I know,
LA.
I know. I'm just asking. I want to confuse you. I see maybe you got it. But thank you very much. You caught me. So yes, LA is the correct answer. Is Esther back?
No, she's not back.
Hey, Esther ran away. Okay, so I have to pick another 3 questions for you guys again. So Toyin, do number 3 for us.
Number 3 is starting from H, and H is
Okay.
part of our vowel letters. So I
Yes.
think we are going to use apostrophe.
Thank you. See how quickly you people are doing this thing. Like, I'm impressed. Seriously, I'm really impressed. I'm proud of you guys. Yes, I'm using L apostrophe. Thank you, Toyin. DK, please, can you help us with
Ma,
number 7?
I'm here.
Sure.
Esther, where did you go? You are here when they finish answering your question.
No, I've already typed it. It's the network.
Let's start on 419.
Oh yeah. Esther, do number
Yes.
8 for us. Do number 8 for us.
I can't see the screen. Okay. Oh yeah. Is LE masculine? Like,
Why is it masculine? Look at the word very well and tell me why it is masculine.
okay. Number 8, L apostrophe. Abi L apostrophe.
Yes, L apostrophe. Okay, why did you pick L apostrophe?
Because it starts with the vowels and
Yes, it
it's
starts with a
okay.
vowel
Among the
E.
vowels. Yes.
Okay, that's good. Thank you. And DK,
Yes.
anyway, we are still going to do it anyway. DK, please do
Yeah.
a crayon for us. Number 7.
Okay. Number 7 is also a masculine word.
Okay.
So we'll be using LA as well.
Okay. Thank you very much. Yusuf, do number 9 for us now.
Number 9 is LES because
Sorry.
it's LES. It ends with S.
LES. Did you
LES.
say LES?
Yes, I said LES
Why? Why the
because
LES?
it's plural, like plural. It ends with S.
Thank you. Because it's in plural form, so that is why we are using our LES. Esther, oh yeah, do number 11 for us. Now there's a very big comma in this
Yeah.
next two. Now look at that 11 and 12. Are you seeing what I'm saying? Number 11. There's something that I need to show you guys here. You remember I told you that it is most feminine words, not all feminine words that ends with E. Now,
Yes.
this is one of the example here. This word hum. Now, this word, although it ends with E, we can see that the meaning is what? What does hum mean here?
Man.
We cannot now go and say because hum ends with E, whether it is man or it is not man. We are going to now go and put la. We miss it too. Okay, this is one of the exceptions that I was telling you about. In fact, number 11 and 12 are the exceptions I was telling you about. They are exceptions of words that ends with E, but are masculine word. Now, this home is what? Man. It ends with E, but it is a masculine word. So I'm using my lo. Same with this leave. Okay? This leave, that was the example I gave you the first time. Although it ends with E, it is also a masculine word. These two, please note it down. You can see the same thing from, please excuse me. Okay, let's continue. So I'm saying you can look at these words to number 19. Can you still see my screen? Can you still see it?
Yes, I can see your screen.
Okay, you can see that this is pair. P-E-R-E. But it means what? Father. So I cannot go and put feminine this thing because pair ends with E. I'm not going to write my L-A and say, yes, it ends with E, so I'm using L-A. You will miss it. This is another exception that you need to take note of. All right? So this pair, although it ends with E, is an exception. So it is L-E. Le père. This is mother. So mother will be like the normal one. This is mother. It ends with E. That I'm using my la. So I already told you, take note of 11, 12, and 19. Okay? 11, 12, and 19. These are examples of the exceptions. The rest, you can do them anyhow you want to do it. Okay? So, we're almost done, Seth. Which assignments will I not give you guys? Anyway, I'll give you these indefinite articles. You guys will go and do these indefinite articles for me. Since we've done the definite articles, let's finish the definite articles now. Okay, Esther, please do number 13 for us.
Number 13. L-E-S. Le.
Le. Is she correct?
Yes.
Okay. DK, do number 14 for us.
Okay. Number 14. Blackboard. Okay. It does not start with a vowel sound. It did not end with an E or S. So it's also LE.
Thank you. Okay, number that will be Yusuf. Yusuf, please do number 15 for us.
For 15 is LA.
L what?
LA.
L-A. Did you say L-A or L-E?
LA.
L-A. Is Yusuf correct?
Yes, it is.
All right. So, la chemise noire. Now, this is another exception of words that ends with, and that does not end with E, but it is not a masculine word. Now, that example is télévision, which is television. Although television does not end with E, is not a masculine word. It is a feminine word. Okay? This is another exception you need to take note of. So instead of me going to go and write my lo télévision, I'm writing my la télévision. Yes. So this is another exception you should take note of. You should write down. Okay? And master. Okay, who else is in class? Tony, please do number 17 for us.
I'm sorry, hold on.
Okay,
yes, I'm a little bit confused how this television is a feminine word because it does not end with E. So,
yes, I'm saying it's an exception. Although it does not end with E, okay? It's like the vice versa of the ones that ends with E, but it's a masculine word. But in this case now, it does not end with E, but it is a feminine word.
okay.
You know, the ones we've been doing, they've been ending with E. but they are masculine words. Now, this one does not end with E. Normally, it's supposed to be a masculine word, but in this case now, this exception is telling us that it is a feminine word. Did you get that, DK?
Okay, I get it. So generally,
Yes.
so
This is just, yes, this is part of the exception. All right. Okay, so look at this one. Number 17. Is it who is supposed to answer this one? Toy. I think L. L-E. Yes. Is she correct?
yes.
Yeah.
Losilo. I want to call Esther again. Esther, help us do number 18 because you ran away. You are doing 3 for us.
L apostrophe.
L apostrophe. Are you sure?
L apostrophe. Yes.
Is she correct, guys?
No. No.
Yes, she's correct. She's correct.
Not correct.
She's
Oh.
correct.
No.
She's
It
correct
starts
now.
with vowel sound now.
Yes.
It
That's
starts
it.
with a now.
It starts with vowel sound.
It
Yeah, it
starts with
starts
a
with
vowel
go well,
sound.
but there's still
Plural.
something wrong with the word.
It has with
Oh,
S.
it ends with S.
Remember when I told you that even if the word is masculine, feminine, or it starts with a vowel, as long as it's in plural form, which article are we putting before it?
Earlier.
L-E-S.
Yes,
L-E-S.
please take
Yes.
note of that. Whether the word is masculine or it is feminine or it starts with a vowel. If it's in my plural form, I'm using L-E-S, no matter what. It's only if that word is not in plural form that you use your L apostrophe. Did you get that?
Yes.
So please take note of that and be very careful. You need to make sure that you cancel out every possibilities first before you pick your answer. So you need to sit down and check first. Does it start with a vowel? Does it end with E? Does it end with S? Before you don't just jump and go and pick options, so unless you confuse yourself. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
So that is all we need to know about definite article. That is all you need to know about definite articles. So we're going to look at indefinite articles now. Then all these words that I gave you, you're going to now go and write the indefinite article as your assignment. Okay? Now, indefinite article is quite similar to definite article. Indefinite is quite similar to definite article. Now, what do I mean by similar? Now, if you look at the indefinite article consists of just 3 articles: un, une, and lastly des. un, une, and des. Now, what do this un means? This indefinite article is a or an, that is a boy or an orange. Okay, a boy and orange. That's what we call indefinite article. We've seen it in our English language before, where indefinite article is a or an. Now, because I told you that French word has different genders, so we have to use different words to showcase the gender of that word. Now, if I'm going to say, now in this case, now is no more there. We're not treating there again. There is definite article. A or an is indefinite article. Okay? Now, un is a or an, but for masculine words. Un is a or an, but for masculine word. Une is a or an, but for feminine words. Une is a or an, but for feminine words. Now, lastly, we have des. Now, des is in indefinite article is for plural words. It's for plural word. That is, if that word ends with s, The correct indefinite article you are using is des, and this des means some books, some cars, some televisions, some children, okay, some clothes. It's in plural form, so I'm using my des. All right, so we have three forms of indefinite article: un for masculine, une for feminine, then des for plural. You notice that unlike in what's the name, indefinite article where we have l apostrophe, did you notice that there's nothing like un apostrophe here? Did you guys notice that?
Yes.
Now the reason why there's nothing like that is because un, this n here, is not a vowel, right? Where is it? So you will notice that this un is not a there's nothing like vowels or vowels in this case, a e i o u. So you, once you are doing indefinite articles, all you just need to look at is whether it is masculine, feminine, or plural. That is what you are looking at in this case. You are not looking at whether vowel, there's nothing like vowel in this case. So once you are doing indefinite article, you are considering just masculine, feminine, and plural. That is all. You are not looking at vowels here. You are looking at masculine, feminine, or plural. That is all. So the word can be starting with a, and you see that okay, it's ending with e. In this case, because we're not considering vowels, we are using your un. We are using your une for feminine. Now let's look at an example I want to show you so you understand better. Now letter a, I wrote mother. This is not the e that I'm supposed to use. Okay, mère. So mère means mother, and it is a feminine word. So we use the une to say a mother. Okay, if I want to say a mother, I'm using une. Okay? For garçon, which is boy. Okay? This is a masculine word. So we use the un to say a boy. Now, for oranges, that's un garçon, yes. Un garçon, a boy. For a mother, une mère. Now, lastly, for oranges, you can see that the orange is in plural form. So I'm not going to use un or une. I'm using my des. So it's going to be des orange. Okay? Because my orange is in plural form, I'm using my des. So if that word is, this is for indefinite. So if that word is masculine, I'm using un. If that word is feminine, I'm using une. If the word is in plural form, I'm using des. Okay? In this case, we're not considering whether a word is starting with a vowel or not. So all word goes together. Like for example, now look at this word. Let me give you an example. Let's say you come across this word and they say, oh yeah, put the correct indefinite article. Remember I said indefinite. Put the correct indefinite article. Now, because you already know that we don't consider anything like vowels in indefinite article, all I just need to check is the last word. Okay, it ends with an e. It's telling me that I'm using une. une. This is how it's going to come as. If the word is in plural form, if the word comes like this, that is trees, you are going to write it as des. In indefinite article, we do not consider vowels. Okay? We do not consider vowels. It's only in definite article that you consider the vowels. But in indefinite article, you do not consider the what? The vowels. You only consider whether it is masculine, whether it is feminine, or whether it's in plural form. Did you get that? Hello? Did you guys get what I said now?
No,
Yes.
no,
I can
What's
please.
your
No.
question? Person saying no. What's the problem?
can you please explain that part again?
What part?
Starting from that oranges.
I'm not in the class now. Okay, sorry. You were saying I should explain the oranges. Sorry about that. Okay, so I was saying, unlike in definite article, unlike definite articles where they say what's the name? Unlike definite articles where we consider the vowels, I said clearly that vowels is not considered in indefinite article. So when they're asking you questions in your exam for indefinite articles, you know that you are not considering the vowel. So you take the word as it is, whether it starts with a vowel or not, okay? The only thing you need to consider is whether it is a masculine or a feminine word, or whether it's in plural form, Stephanie. And I said these oranges originally, we can see that it is just what? It's in plural form, so I'm using desoran. DES. I thought that DES, which is some oranges, is some for what am I saying? This DES is for plural, indefinite article. UN is for masculine, singular. UNE is for feminine, singular. DES is for whether it's masculine or it's feminine, but as long as it ends with S, you are using your DES. So I said, because I mentioned that you are not considering the verb in your indefinite article. Look at the UNE here. The UNE, if they give us an example, I gave you an example, ARBRE, which means tree. So because I'm not this is indefinite article, because I'm not considering vowels, if I want to write a tree in French, okay, it's going to be un, because I've looked at the word, okay, it does not end with an S, it ends with an E, it's a feminine word. I'm using my UNE, un, ab. Now, and I said, if the word is now in plural form, if the word is in plural form, which is ab, but with the S, and which is trees, I'm using what? DES. UN, masculine. UNE, feminine. The one that ends with S, DES. That is all you need to know about indefinite. They did not add anything. They did not take. The only thing they took away was the L apostrophe that we have in definite article. Okay, this one is just 3. In definite article we have 4: LE, LA, LES, and L apostrophe. But in indefinite article we have just 3: UN, UNE, and DES. Lobaton, nothing more. Did you get that? So,
Yes, yes, ma'am.
now if let's say we've answered this question, but that's okay. Now let's try and do some. I've said UN for masculine, I've said UNE for feminine, and DES for plural. Okay, so like, can we start doing this one? Esther, if you want to answer this number 1, but we are doing indefinite articles now, we're not doing definite articles. If we are doing the indefinite articles, what will your answer be? Number 1.
UN on.
UN on. Thank you for masculine. Okay, the next
Yes,
one,
ma'am.
number 2. DK, number 2.
CUN.
CUN. Okay, correct. What's the name? Yusuf, number 3. You know, remember I told you that there's nothing like vowels here.
That's UN. UN.
Sorry?
UN.
Thank you. Thank you, Yusuf. Sorry, what is number 3 and number 4? Is Toyin there?
Yes, please.
Okay, what is number 4?
Number 4.
Is it UN? Is it UNE? Or is it DES?
Number 4. Sorry, please, my network is bad. I think UNE.
UN is for what?
UN for masculine.
What is UNE for?
UNE for feminine.
What is DES for?
For plural, both of them plural.
Okay. Now look at the word that we have in number 4. B. Is it a masculine or a feminine word?
I think masculine.
Exactly. So which indefinite article am I using?
UN.
Stephanie. Okay. All right,
Alright.
Esther, what are we doing for number 5?
UNE.
UNE. Okay. What are we doing for number 6?
UNE.
UNE. What are we doing for number 7?
UN.
UN.
Huh?
UN.
UN. Thank you. What are we doing for number 8?
UN.
UN.
I'm not hearing Esther or anybody.
UN.
UN. Okay. Esther, what is number 9? Esther, what is number 9? Is Esther there?
I
No.
don't think so.
She's not there. Okay, sorry. What is number 9?
DES. Plural.
Thank you. Thank you. What is number 10, you guys?
UNE.
UNE. See, that's what you need to do in it. That's just what it is in indefinite. Okay, so do not confuse yourself. In my definite article where we consider the vowels, that's when you can be doing all those ones. But you see, in indefinite article, the approach is slightly different. We do not consider the vowels at all. We just say it as it is. Okay, so all you need to consider for definite article is lo, la, masculine, feminine, masculine, feminine, but in plural form, and masculine, feminine, masculine. I said masculine, or words that starts with A, E, I, O, U, and H. But when it comes to indefinite article, the only 3 things to consider is your masculine, feminine, and whether it's in plural. Lobaton, Stephanie, just 3 things. They don't consider the vowels at all. Did you guys get it?
Yes.
So I'm going to send from number 11 to 20. You're going to go and put the correct indefinite article. Let me just. You guys can see this 11 to 20 now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let me go and get it in the group. So all what you just need to do, please let me put. I'm not saying definite now. We've done the definite article for it. So in this case now, we're just doing the indefinite articles. Okay. So you go and write the indefinite articles and send it to me so that I can be sure. I'm starting from 11. I'm stopping at 20. Okay. Put the correct indefinite articles to the words above. Please do it before our next class on Saturday. Okay? Not now. Please don't do it now. Do it before next Saturday. Calm down. Okay?
Saturday is next tomorrow.
Next tomorrow now. We're having class on Saturday now. Have you forgotten?
Yes.
So
So
send
you
it
are
to
saying
me
we
as
should
soon
not do
as
it.
you can.
But you say we should not do it now.
Who has a noise in their house? I don't understand where this noise is coming from. DK, what's going on? Alright,
Please,
guys.
just
So today we end our class. Now on Saturday we are going to learn partitive article. Now I don't like adding partitive article. I don't like taking it during the same class because it's different entirely. Not entirely like per se, but quite different. So I take definite and indefinite first. So later we do participive article. So please do your assignments, okay? So on Saturday when we do participive article, I'll not send a whole bulk of assignment that we do during the week before our next class. Is that okay? Ma. All right. Thank you so much for joining the class today. I'll drop the recorded version of the class as soon as we are done with the class. Okay?
Okay, ma.
All right. See you on Saturday. Have a wonderful, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Over.
Yeah.
Over. Bye.
Bye.